What's up, Mercs? It's Joe here with some more Skyrim. Last time we took down a bunch of bandits, and today, well, you might be wondering what we're doing back here at the College of Winterhold. Well, that is an interesting story. You might also be wondering why there was a delay between the last episode and this episode. Well, that's a good story. Actually, it's not. It's a very questionable one. I don't know what's causing it. Basically, we were turning into a werewolf over in Somerset Isle. It was that moon again, and it seems you have a little bit of study here. It was that moon again, and hello. We started turning into a werewolf, and I was like, okay. I let it happen. I did my werewolf thing, and I decided, well, I don't really want to be a werewolf anymore. I wanted to turn back. So I waited, and when I waited, the game crashed. I was like, okay, that's fine. So instead, what I did was I tried to save the game when I was a werewolf. I did that. Game crashed. I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. Then I tried to do, I think, SGTM, which is the set global time multiplier in the game, which basically can speed up the game if you turn to the right number. I set it to a very high number, and I waited until I was turned back into a human. By the way, we're going to the dining room form. I was waiting until I turned back into my normal form. I did, and everything was good. I went to save the game, and it crashed. Yeah. I was like, alright, so I decided to wait indoors. I thought, well, that should maybe do it. Maybe it's something with the outdoors. Maybe it's something I did outside. Well, I did that, and it was all good. I went outside, and, oh, guess what? It crashed. Yeah, I wasn't having a good time, and I really was having a lot of trouble. It seems like there's some sort of confliction with being a werewolf in Somerset. My guess, this is purely guess, is that I'm making somebody hostile just by being a werewolf that isn't supposed to be hostile due to a quest or something over there. I honestly couldn't tell you. I looked it up, I tried, I couldn't find anything on werewolf causing crash. It could be a werewolf mod that I'm using that's causing it. All I know is, I don't know. It doesn't really matter though, because I've solved the issue for now. We're just not going to turn into a vampire over there. At least, not right now. We did get through the night. I went back here, I teleported here, and I slept through the night, and it didn't crash when I did that. I tried, oh, by the way, also, one more thing I tried was, I tried just waiting through the night without turning into a vampire, or a werewolf. I keep saying vampire. Without turning into a werewolf, so I never turned, and it still crashed. So it's something with the werewolf. I honestly don't know. I hope it doesn't crash when I go back to Somerset. I have no idea what caused it. But anyway, Lynette, I'd like you to fill my water. Thank you. I'd like to see what's on the menu real quick. Get some cooked beef, chicken breast, and no, I always get Horker stew. Let's get some salmon steak. That sounds delightful. And now, let's talk to Fizbin, because we have a bunch of stuff to start selling here. At least I think we do. Let's sell that. The Amulet of Stendar. Maybe we don't have much to sell to him. But I think we have some stuff to sell to other people, right? Don't we have, like, Daedric stuff or something? I honestly can't remember. Yes. Hello, Corinthian!
Take a look.
Let's see. Would you like lots of Daedric... Oh, my God. He buys for 5 each. That's pretty good. Take my Orcish swords, my Orcish mace. Oh, my. I can't even afford this. I can't afford this either. My steel arrows, my dwarven arrows, my Daedric arrows. Wow, that's $14.50 right there. Look at these Nordic arrows. I don't even need them. I'll keep them just in case, though, because, well, they don't weigh anything, and they don't sell for anything either, so whatever. My gilded armor, and it looks like that's all you can afford from me. Unfortunately for you, you're just a clothing dealer, or rather a robe/jewelry dealer, so I have no use for you, but you buy this stuff. Well, hardly. You can take that. And a gem or two? No. Crystal shards. Amethyst, yes. Garnet. And you're poor. There's a soul gem fragment. Go ahead and try and get some more gold, please, because I really need some. Hello, Dora. Would you like some ghoul hearts, maybe? I also have Daedric. Ghoul hearts sell for more, though, so we'll try and sell those first. Oh, man. So she could buy 3 of those, and look at that. She's out of money. We'll start some hunter tongues, though. Hunger tongues, not hunter tongues, you know what I'm talking about. And a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, just so I can get all of our gold. And that's pretty good. So we did get 8,200 septums, which is pretty damn good. Let's go back up to the quarters, let's store that gold, and then go outside and make the scary trip to Somerset Isles. I don't know if it's going to crash. I've nothing to say. There is no follow-up to the I just don't know. I hope not. I hope it's not corrupted. I don't see why it would be. I didn't do anything werewolfian over there, besides the one time, which didn't cause a crash then, but I didn't do it recently. I made sure I went back here before anything werewolfy happened. If it caused a crash, I don't know. I really don't. Let's store 7,000 gold here. There we go. And then we're going to store 72. Because everyone knows how I like my solid numbers. My nice rounded numbers. I do like that. 1,200 sounds good to me. It sounds pretty good for really anything we need to spend our money on, food and drink-wise. We don't need to buy armor, and, well, we do have a Daedric axe to sell if we really need to do some bartering, which, you know, 2,400 septums worth of bartering probably does need to be done. So, what do we have back there? I didn't actually check out our big gold. I saw 33k before we just stored stuff, so we have about 41,000 septums. That's a lot. That could get us something nice, I think. What could it get us? A house? Where? Maybe somewhere nice. Who knows? I don't. We'll have to figure it out later. Anyway, wish me luck, Cello. Well, you're coming with, but off we go. Oh, it's not Cello. Oh my god. I was corrected, and I cannot believe I didn't say that. I'm sorry. It's Celo. It's Celo. Why was I saying Cello? Was I saying Cello before, too? Yeah, it's Celo. The correct pronunciation of her new name is Celo, not Cello. And also, someone asked why I named Serata anything. Why I named anyone anything. Well, my answer to that is I like to involve everyone. I like to involve names, or at least as many people as I can. I like to involve you. So, that's why I named Serata Celo. Not Cello, Celo. Jono, fucking idiot. God, get it right. Come on. You got this, man. Alright, so we did get here, but this... Oh, yeah, because we didn't leave this area. We did get here. I'm not worried about here, per se. I'm worried about out there, because indoors, we're good. Outdoors, not so much, so... Here we go. If we crash, I don't know what to do. Ooh. We good? I think we might be good. We probably would have crashed by now, although I don't know. Load time is probably going to be relatively significant here because it has to... Oh, or not. Has to load up a big area, but, no, it doesn't. Good! No crash. Woo! One more test here. Okay. Woo! We're good! Yes! Alright, so, Mort Flesh. Let's do that. Let's do that. We haven't done Mort Flesh in a while. Now, in my research, just a little bit of a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil you guys, but I spoiled myself a bit by accident. In my research for crashes involving... Oh, hello. Involving Somerset, I did find a crash... Oh, really? Really? Come on. I did find a crash that happens actually at this next area we're going to go to. This is one of the most common crashes that everyone has. And, well, it involves an enemy, and according to the dev, if you get the crash, it's a load order problem. So hopefully I don't get the crash, because I really don't feel like filling with the load order right now. But I will if I have to. So, let's just see what happens. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything's synced up there with the food and hunger. Also, what was that sound? I heard something. Celo's trying to catch up here. Is that Bandit? Wait, no. This is a shrine, isn't it? Wait, no. What is this again? I've been here before. It says shrine. Yeah, it's a shrine. Oh, yeah, the orc one. The Malakath one. Something. That's right. I remember. I remember. Where exactly is... Okay. It's not too far off. So it's just straight up this road, actually. So nice. We're almost there. Again, I do need to get another horse, because unfortunately, Faded Dova kind of got lost, but, you know, we're going to get a horse, we're going to armor him, slash her, slash it, depending on what it wants to be, up, we're going to armor it up, we're going to make it tough, we're going to make it carry all of our shit, because, you know what, horses are great for transport and for, what the word, storage, there you go, yeah, I knew that word, what? What do you mean I didn't know that word? Fuck you! Of course I knew that word. please. Out of my face right now, please. Oh, hello! There's a bit of a cult here, apparently. Talk to the orc leader. Oh, I was about to say, is that the orc leader trying to kill me? Boom, what's up? That's what I like to call A.O. motherfucking E, bitch. Didn't even have to hit ya. Yo, what's up, bandit thug berserker? Boom! Fireball's so good because you don't have to actually hit directly, you just hit right behind the cover. Which is the best thing when you're dealing with enemies that like to hide, which I think they're just kind of stuck, but you know, whatever. Where is there an orc chief? What? Talk to who? The orc leader. All the way up. What? Oh. Oh. I gotcha. Oh, interesting. To Philo. So I'm guessing... Well, they don't want anything to do with us. I'm guessing now that we found this area, if we speak to them, they'll be like, So I've seen you met that cult up there. Well, I want you to deal with them, and then maybe, just maybe, we can accept you as a person and give you rewards. But yes, go deal with the cult. We need something from you, and therefore we will grant you something from us. That doesn't make sense. We don't trust you unless you do shit for us, basically. Which, you know, I guess that's understandable. Looks like we're here right now to the name that I cannot pronounce, Mechanolith. Yeah, we're there. We're ready to go and fight whatever we need to fight. For that's not Longstride. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? That ain't Longstride. What are you doing? Come on, Rowlness. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? Mechanolith. Sure. Yes. Let's go inside. Let's get the Mort Flesh. I don't know where we're going to get it. I mean, really, Mort Flesh is kind of, whenever we've seen it, weird. Because last Mort Flesh we've come across was in a tree stump. I hear things being drawn. I hear a bunch of, you know, like a dagger. I don't want to loot everything right now. There's something coming. Ooh, an adept lock, do you say? Well, let's use our open. All right. Well, remember that crash I was talking about? Well, I had it, and fuck, that was a doozy. That wasn't just like, no, you know, a little crash here and there, just fix a few things. No. Okay, now we actually have a fight in our hands, too. That was a fucking doozy. So, the cause of this crash, according to the dev, is two things. One of two things, at least that they know. One is that you didn't install your SKSE memory patch correctly, which I am almost certain I have correctly installed, so that's not it. The other one is a messy load order, which could be the problem with me. Now, the solution that they recommend is that you go ahead and you manually sort your load order instead of using loot, or, well, just loot, because boss is irrelevant now. Loot being the auto-sorting program. Now, someone like me with tons and tons and tons of plugins, it's a little bit difficult to do that. Plus, right at this time, if I, you know, set aside time to do that, it wouldn't be within enough time, so I'm trying to say. Basically, I don't have enough time to do that right now, especially considering I'm going to be busy the next few days. So I really couldn't do that. I couldn't, because I'd be delaying Skyrim more than I already have, and I delayed Skyrim a few days already, or a day or two, mainly because, well, I've been having problems with crashing. Hopefully I fixed it now, though. So, basically, what I had to do to fix it, instead of going around and just manually sorting absolutely everything, seeing if one fix worked and finding out it didn't, then going back and sorting it all again and seeing if that worked, and if it didn't, going back and trying again, and if that didn't work, just keep trying it for maybe hours or maybe minutes, you know? I don't know. Probably hours, though, because of just how many mods, and I have to reproc it every time. It's just a frustrating mess. Anyway, the way I solved it was a frustrating mess. I'm proud of myself that I figured it out, because it is not a simple thing. I will explain really quick what I did, just so if you guys have this error, this crash, you can avoid it. So basically, the crash happens specifically in the cave where we get the Mort Flesh, specifically congealed Mort Flesh, okay? So this error happens, I'm guessing, with the enemies there. So what I did was, the first thing I did was to fix it, and we'll talk about this as we head back to the Mages Guild, because I have actually finished the quest, and I'll explain how I did that, but we'll talk about it as we go. The first thing I did was I turned on T-Detect, or rather turned off. I had typed in T-Detect in our console, T, no space, detect, just one word. And what that does, we actually used it earlier in a different quest, is it turns off all AI detection. Okay. That sounded like it would work, okay? And it did work. I got to the congealed, what is it called? The congealed Mortflesh. I picked it up. I went to the end. I clicked save. The game crashed. I was like, okay, alright, maybe don't save. Alright. I did the same thing. Went to the end. Went to leave. The game crashed. Okay? Maybe it's just Somerset. I did the same thing. Went to the end. I went to the console. I COC Whiterun, so I teleported to Whiterun. I loaded in. It was all good. I was like, cool. I went to save, and I crashed. So, that wasn't happening. Basically, entering whatever, Mechanolith, whatever, is a death sentence unless you have a very, very, very organized load order or a very small load order or just, you know, better than me with load order, because I'm not very good to begin with, so manually sorting would just, oh, it'd be a hassle for me. So, basically, what I had to do was find a way to get the Mortflesh in my inventory and complete the quest. So the first thing I tried to do was I went into the cave, I consoled on the Mortflesh, and I got its ID, and I wrote it down, and I was like, okay, I'll just add that to my inventory. Well, it didn't work. It said there was no item there. So I thought about it a little bit, and I know about the set stage commands, and what I did was a lot more complicated than I ever thought I knew how to do, so that's kind of why I'm proud of myself. But basically, I opened up Test 5 Edit, which for those of you who don't know is a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a program you use to do modding. You can edit tons of stuff. You can basically look into all your Skyrim files in depth, and you can edit them and change them around. I wouldn't really know what to describe it. An entity edit. It's more than that. You can do more than that. It's very technical though, and there's a lot of numbers and words and letters, and it's very confusing, at least to me. So I went in, I found the quest, I looked for the stage, right? And the stage, well, first the quest is, for those of you who want to do this, is SSIMQ02B. And then I found the stage right after you get the Mortflesh, and that is 20. So I set stage 20, and then I also went and I found the congealed Mortflesh item tag from the ID, alright? And the item tag was correct, except instead of B0, it was 03. Now, the B0 in that form ID, in the player.add item down at the bottom left, B00E0478 space 1. The B0, that is interchangeable with whatever your, I think it's your form index or something. It's in your load order, okay? Look for the designation in your load order. For me, it's B0 in my load order. That's where Somerset Isles ESP is. So I just changed 03 for those two characters. And wouldn't you know, I got the Mortflesh. So I now can go in my inventory. I have the congealed Mortflesh. I have the quest completed in Mechanolith. And I could go back to the Mages Guild, which we're almost here right now. It sounds easy, right? I mean, oh wow, Jono, you did it in 15 minutes? Good job. It took me an hour, okay? It took me a fucking hour. And it's not because I was trying to figure out Test 5 Edit. In fact, when I thought to use Test 5 Edit, that's when I actually took me about 10 minutes to fix it. The problem is, I kept trying these in-game fixes, and it just, I mean, it still was an in-game fix, but I had to use, you know, external things so I could figure out IDs and stuff. But it was such a fucking hassle to get through it. It was ridiculous. It honestly was. And I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. So if you have this problem, you know, you can go sort your load order if you want. The cave, I was through it. It's not that special. It's a relatively small cave with a boss at the end and a death. It's actually kind of two bosses. It's a lich named Mogul and a death priest, just a generic death priest. At least that was for me. Maybe the death priest is actually a leveled enemy, but I don't know. Either way, that was fucking hard and frustrating And it took a lot longer than I assumed it was going to take, and I'm a little bit angry, I'm a little bit salty, I'm a little bit ticked off. But yeah, I did it. I fixed it. Hopefully. And if I have a problem like this in the future, at least I know there's a way to fix it. Now, it really pisses me off because it took up a bunch of my recording time, and I actually have very limited recording time because, like I said, I'm doing stuff the next few days, and I won't be home. That's why I'm actually trying to get more recording done early. But because of this, well, because of this, after this video, you guys won't really notice it. It'll be before this video that there'll be a delay. So I apologize for that in advance. I mean, there's already, it might be a day or two, which I don't know why I'm saying that here because it's already happened by this point. But I'm sorry for that. Just so much hassle with the werewolf crashing at the beginning, and now the fucking quest crashing. This is way worse than the werewolf crashing, I'll tell you what. But troubleshooting this shit took at least an hour and a half, 2 hours for the werewolf and this. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, Bullwing, here's the item you requested.
Thank you. Next you need to find dried spider silk. Should be some in Nirnscar Hollow.
I've been in there, I think, right? Which is good, because I don't need to worry about it crashing then. Because we've been there. Wait, right? We have been there, right? It was down here. No, that's Residual. Oh, maybe we weren't in there. Alright, that's fine then. It's another scar, though. Alright. So we have to head to the Nirnscar Hollow at the northern side of the map. Should we teleport somewhere, maybe? No, we're actually going to talk with the Orc Leader. We'll see what we can do about the cult, because that sounds interesting to me. I'm so exhausted from doing this. You need to understand, oh, Jono, you're exhausted from troubleshooting in a video game. It's 5 in the morning right now, okay? Yes, I'm doing this late. I shouldn't be doing this late. I'm kind of, you know, I don't want to get pity. I shouldn't, this is my fault that we're doing so late. I'm just trying to get it all in before the day, because I'm not going to be home this upcoming day, one of the days. I'm not going to be home. Like, at all. I'm leaving in the morning, and I won't be back till after midnight. So it's like, I don't have time to do anything that day at all. So I'm trying to get everything done early, so that way, you know, there's no breaking content on the channel. But unfortunately, it looks like the fucking Skyrim whatever have prevented me from doing that anyway, and it looks like there's going to be a bit of a break, which is really unfortunate. I mean, still have TTW up. Again, don't know why I'm saying this here, because, well, this is after it happened. So yeah. Apologize for breaking character so much during this episode. This episode was very much so the definition of troubleshooting, though. This is just, it's wow. It's wow. That's all I can fucking say, is it's wow. With the amount of shit that went wrong. I'm just so surprised. I never thought so much could go wrong so fast in such, like, in one episode, too. I didn't even get the second one. Like, wow. It's insane. Seriously, Skyrim, you've outdone yourself this time. It is crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and speak with Burazalug.
Can I help you?
I killed that bandit by Philo.
For your deeds, I will give you a gift. Thank you, friend of Malekith's chosen.
Oh, so I'm guessing these guys are the cult. 2,000 fucking gold! Damn, dude! Okay. Shit. 2,000 gold. You know what? Sure, man. That was a simple quest, but that's sure. That's sure. Yeah, fuck, yeah. Philo, though. I want to check out Philo. I thought his quest was going to involve Philo. I didn't know his quest just ended like that. So I guess we'll go check out Philo. Which I believe is right next to us. Yeah. Ugh. Crash Central. But we'll check out Philo, and we'll see what lies inside. Hopefully nothing deadly, like the evil Crash Mod. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm just, again, salty as fuck. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to end today's adventure here. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.